All right, y'all. We back. We had to go back to the stream yard. They scrambling the signals out here, so y'all just bear with us. And but what back I was saying, man. I mean, we're so forgiving as a people. You know what I'm saying? We're so forgiving as a people that as long as we keep forgiving these folks for what they're doing, they're gonna keep doing it to us. They're gonna keep doing it to us. We have to change, you know, our playbook because we don't. We just sitting ducks. We dead.
Hmm. 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 Absolutely, absolutely. But that's the thing, though. I mean, how much are we going to endure before we start defending ourselves? Notice I said defend. We start defending ourselves. I mean, how much more are we supposed to take before it just blows up?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I'm tired of trying to change the way we talk about it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we just need to start kicking ass and taking names. That's all it boils down to, man. That's what they
Mm-hmm.
do to us. Shit, I mean, man, I'm tired of talking about it like I gotta have kid gloves on. I'm not doing that no more, man. These folks are out here murdering us, wholesale murdering us, and we supposed to, just skip around it like it ain't really all that. I don't know. I ain't falling for that one. But I tell you what, man. I really believe that if officers are afraid to be cops, if they scary, they shouldn't be cops.
Right.
They shouldn't be cops. And so why don't you speak to that? You've been in the military. You fought in wars. I mean, how bad is it if you're in the middle of combat, the dude next to you, he a pussy?
Oh my God! No, a person like that ain't gonna last too long at all because you want somebody that's gonna, you know, like I have a lot of redneck friends, right? People say, well, how can you be, a friend with a white supremacist? He's my battle brother. When it came down to it, for him to get home and for me to get home, I had to have his back. He had to have my back. He believes the way he does. I understand it and I accept it. But when you're in a situation where a person is lacking the skills that you have, you're not coming home at all to your loved ones because, again, you can't do it by yourself. The Army had this one saying, and a lot of you guys that were in the Army, you know what I'm talking about. It made no sense. An army of one. One person can't do everything that they need to do. You need a team, a group, and then you complete the mission. So, just like anything else, if you got the right people and the right tools, you can kick a lot of ass and take a lot of names.
Tradarius Roberts said, I heard the officer is expected to be charged tomorrow. Is that accurate? I think that could be the case. That they can't do nothing with these people, man. Yeah, you see the cops shooting off some flash bombs and the bullshit, but they strategic.
And, and
Strategic.
and then if you think about it, though, this is why qualified immunity gives these police officers the confidence that they can get away with anything. They're going to charge her, yeah, but what really is actually going to happen to her? You saw the video. The chief said it looked like an accident. The narrative has already been set. She's probably not going to do any time at all, if at all. I mean, we still got manslaughter. That should be a charge. But in the course of her duty, she's probably not going to get any time at all.
And if she don't, they gonna burn this motherfucker down, man. You know what? I don't know none of these people out here in this crowd talking about it. Man, can one of y'all give me one of them TVs, man? These motherfuckers here, they get everything. How you wipe out the dollar store? These motherfuckers going in there with baskets shopping, man. Driving their cars into the stores. If they don't convict her, you see what I'm saying? Shit, they gonna burn it down, man. And it ain't much left. in the communities where they really hit them, but they hit them hard, man. They saved the Dollar Tree last night. The fire department got there in time for to burn that down too.
You know,
I don't know where they get their gas from, but they own it, man.
today, President Obama released a statement in regards to Daynte being shot and the crime of the police needs to be doing all this. This man was in office for 8 years. It didn't seem to be a problem when he was in office, and that's where all this white supremacy really started kicking off and black people started getting killed. What did he do about it? How many times are we going to be electing these people that look like us supposedly into office and they do absolutely nothing for us? And now he wants to speak on it, but he didn't want to speak on it when he was in office. So how's that going to help us now?
I tell you what Obama did. He protected the LGBTQ community, and Biden is protecting the Asian community. Neither one of them worried about protecting the black community, who at the end of the day is the most vulnerable. Regardless of what people think, we are the most vulnerable, people. But yet we don't contribute that much money to their political campaigns and their lives. So therefore, we on the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to protecting. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. I mean, the Chauvin trial, Tadarius, he says it should be complete by next week. And here's my problem. How do you put a time frame on a fucking trial? What happens if they're not through calling witnesses? The judge can't really do shit but sit and let them keep calling them. The fix is in. That anywhere that Crump is, the fix is in, man. The fucking fix is in, man. The motherfucker buys justice through the form of settlements.
I mean, in regards to this situation here, 5-star, what do you think they are going to try to do? They've already got $27 million in regards to George Floyd, and basically his family, they've been compensated, so there's their justice. Now that he has a new client, how much do you think that this young man's life will be worth to his family?
I don't think it's gonna be 27 million. I think because of the circumstances and how it happened, 10 million tops. That's it. I don't think it's gonna be 27 million. You see what I'm saying? And it's sad that we gotta put a dollar amount on our murders. But that's the way it is. I mean, Crump needs this win. Crump needs this win more than justice itself. Because he needs something to validate him, because people are starting to figure him out. So if he can get this win, be a part of this win, it's going to continue to ring every time it happens. That's why I got mad love for Samira Rice. God bless my sister. She's still fighting for justice for her baby. But she's a bit about Ben Crump and that silly shit that he be doing. Because he wanted her to walk that line and, angry black woman ain't gonna get paid. Nigga, fuck you. For real, dog. Bad love to Samira Rice, though.
Now, so let me ask you this with a follow-up. Outside of the money, if they don't get the money, okay, let's say they get the money, they get thing. What's going to change for black people and policing in general?
Nothing. The money is hush money. The money is for you to become an instrument of the white supremacy to kill your child in the first place. The money is for you to continue to get out there and tell people to be calm and don't do this and don't do that. Some of the people saying be calm. When George Floyd got killed, especially in Houston, man, y'all need to be calm. Nigga, didn't you just rob somebody yesterday? I'm on the rip of that, man. We're talking about certified Man, you know, George wouldn't want you to do that. Nigga, you don't know what George wanted you to do. You see what I'm saying? And when I look at pictures of Daynte, motherfucking punk. If this would have happened out here to somebody else, Daynte would be out here with his people. He wouldn't. So I know if something happened to me, Donovan, tear this motherfucker down.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. At this point, they are hunting us. We are the prey. What do we have to lose? But then we got to look at it like this strategically as well. I'm not saying don't do what you naturally need to do for yourself. But you know, we all know by rioting and messing up stuff, that's a faster way to gentrify our neighborhoods, number one. I'm not telling you to go where the rich folks are and the people that have the shit and do it over there. I'm not telling you that. But, you know, if you happen to go over there, oh well. So I want you to think about that. That's a faster way for gentrification to happen. At this point, what do we have left? We have no black lead. We have no black leadership. We have nothing but rappers and entertainers. And you know what the sad thing is? I put something up on my show today, on my page today, and you had this older black congressional black leader, and she had the nerve to put up a picture of DMX that she took with him at some kind of HBCU fundraising event, talking about what a legendary rapper he was. I had to tell her, fuck you, for the simple fact that DMX did more in 3 albums than she did in her 30 years of being in Congress. What do you think about that?
I think that they're using the man death as propaganda, you know, as a crutch to make themselves look good. I mean, even Derrick Jackson had something to say and kept his ass up. Because, you know, DMX the type of nigga you talk about, Derrick Jackson. He the type of dude that you put down, dude. You know this man. And that's the problem I have with him. And people see him make these comments. Man, I don't want one cocksucking politician at my funeral. Not one. Bitch, you ain't do nothing for me when I was breathing. You better stand up here and lie while I'm dead. I will jump up out that casket and scratch your fucking eyes out your head. So they all they're using the moment. Being honest with you, how I feel. They've used George Floyd up till it's nothing left. You know, they've made money off him. I mean, and some people, I know, I'll never speak to him again. You know, I make t-shirts, I make sweatshirts, I do all that. I've not made one George Floyd t-shirt. Not one. They can beat the quality of work that I do. I've sold thousands and thousands of shirts. Not one. I'm not going to make money off this man. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do this moment. I'm not. They could really change some things if they wanted to, but they don't want to change anything, man. They really just in the game to get money. All these fucking parasites.
Yeah, you know, it's funny that you brought that up. I was watching on Good Morning America, I think it was Saturday, and they were talking about the Chauvin trial, and they brought in George Floyd's cousin. Now, I don't know the dynamics of the family or whatever, but they asked her some kind of questions in regards to how George would feel about this and feel about that. And I noticed that she really couldn't answer the question in regards to, you know, like I'm close to a lot of my cousins, so I can kind of tell you how they feel about this, how I feel about that. But it's almost like she was up there clout chasing. And it's just crazy how these people come out of the woodworks once the money has been awarded. So, I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, because I don't really think she's probably his cousin, but she really didn't know him.
Man, let me tell you something. I said it before and I'm going to double down on it. These people ain't had no connection to George. If they love George, why George have to move to Minnesota to get his life in order? Why did he have to move all the way to Minnesota, 18 hours away from Houston, to restart his life? Why nobody in Houston wouldn't help him? But you're rising off of him. But you know what? Somewhere in your religious realms, you answer to a higher power. And you're going to have to answer for what you're doing. You're going to have to answer for what you're doing. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's sad that, when I'm going to put this out here right now. And I'm going to show you how real I am. My mama gave birth to 2 kids. Me and my sister, she's 4 years older than me. If something happened to me, oh, I love my brother. Man, stop that bullshit, man. Man, we ain't seen that motherfucking years. If something happened to me, I ain't seen you in 4 years. I love you, don't respect you. But it is what it is. So I need you out there parading around, acting like you was down with me like 4 flat tires, because that's bullshit. No, I ain't with that. You see what I'm saying? And these people out here representing George. Yeah, one day on 3rd in Chicago, me and Lil Tutu from the block who George came up here to live with. You see what I'm saying? Some dude selling shirts. Tutu say, man, who is you? Oh, I'm George's cousin. Say, nigga, where you from? Cause we from the same block. Ain't George Floyd cousin. These motherfuckers out here using George, Brianna, anybody they can use. You see what I'm saying? But they done turned this into a motherfucking festival. So I'm gonna get us some footage. But I ain't with all that motherfucking dancing and singing and all that shit there, man. We had a moment, we got another moment in the same city. You're gonna lose your window of opportunity. You're gonna lose it. So now they wasn't really down with George like that, Donovan.
Yeah, because I just kind of noticed when the money was announced, all these people came out of the woodworks. But in regards to protesting, we've been protesting since, gosh, what was the young boy with the hoodie that got killed in Florida?
Trayvon.
Yeah, we've been protesting since Trayvon, and nothing fundamentally has changed at all. And, no disrespect to our older civil rights era type people, but Trayvon was over 10 years ago, and it's not working. And they're still killing us, and they're killing us not even in the streets anymore. They're walking into our homes and they're shooting us as we're going away from them. They're choking us in the street with a camera right in their faces. No disrespect to the civil rights era folks, but this shit ain't working for us. So when do we get to a point to where we say, you know what? This method isn't working. We need to start doing something that will work.
Well, we can get to that point when we get these sellout Negroes from in front of the we got too many shots that's representing us, man. We got too many sellouts, man, that's representing us, man. And we can't make any moves. We can't gain any ground with these people representing us. Another thing, the revolution shall not be televised. That's true. But my good white people out there, you're gonna have to take a back seat in this revolution. You're devaluing the black revolution. You want to be on the front line. I can't help. But you cannot be front line on a black issue because you devalue it. And they laugh about you. And then they laugh at us about you to be on the front line. We got to stand up for ourselves, man. Ain't nobody coming to save us. Ain't nobody coming to save us. We worried about everybody else's issues. We worried about, the immigrants and the border exploding and kids being engaged. No. That ain't our business. We got our own issues. And before we can save another race, we got to save ours first.
Yeah, and another thing for everybody that's listening out there, we have to stay on code. The one thing that these people respect is the money thing. And, after these, we voted and put Biden in. You folks voted and put Biden in. You said he's going to change all this. He's not Trump. He's not all this other stuff. But let's get to the facts. Billions and billions of dollars have been found by the Democratic Party for other groups. $50 million is going to the Asians for the bullshit of black people beating on them and attacking them and all that other stuff. $15,600 is going to undocumented immigrants in New York State alone. Housing illegals here in California and on the border states is costing $60,000 a day for people who are not citizens, but yet they can't solve the homeless crisis here in California and across the nation. But all these people who can't vote for the Democratic Party are getting all of these subsidies, and I'm not talking about the Asians that can, I'm talking about the illegals, are getting these subsidies, and we're not getting anything out of this deal. So when are we going to wake up, start holding our dollars and stay on code? Because it has been shown that even though these Asians are ratting us out and talking to us, we are still going, and I say we, black women and black men, Asian restaurants or beauty supply, whatever. We are still going into these stores. It's insane.
Well, first of all, they ain't gave us nothing because we ain't asked for shit. We ain't asked for nothing. Well, they gave us what we wanted. They most of the people, they just wanted Trump out of office. That was it. Outside of that, they don't give a fuck if they don't get it. So now they spoon bullshit stimulus money every now and then, treating you like a motherfucking crackhead. They ought to take the banner ram to your fucking front door. You don't need the banner ram. Guess what they do? Local mall. They make sure Walmart open as soon as you get that motherfucking check. They done starved you for 8 months, so as soon as you get that, you put it right back in the economy. They get it right back. They loaned you the money for a couple of days. And they get it right back. We got so many things that we need to clean up for us. We got a homeless issue. We got seniors that are being neglected and abused. We got a school problem, education problems. You see what I'm saying? We got community problems. But we can't seem to get behind the true activists that are really, really out here. And I salute every last one of them city that get down for their crown, man. But these motherfuckers make it so hard when they take that money before they get it, man. Because they look at us like, man. Now, let me tell you something. Isadora said we should build our own black businesses. We have. But let's just be honest. I try to spend black as much as I can, and I do on a daily. I do. Black businesses, the same way they complain about us, black businesses need to get their shit together. Because some of them is full of, I'm dealing with one right now. Bitch, let me have to call you again about, we're going to have a problem, back business owner. So we need to get our shit together from a consumer standpoint, from a businessman standpoint. But we not wanting to get on code. A lot of people don't even know what code is, man. They don't know what that is. If you say get on code, like a new drink at the Bucket Club.
And nobody's even talking about the fact that now, they don't even address Kamala Harris. And I'm talking to all you HBCU folks and all you sororos and all that other stuff. They don't even call her black. She's not even identifying as black. I mean, they have literally pulled the rug from underneath black people and have actually just fooled you for the fools that you are that voted Democrat. We're not telling you to vote Republican. We're telling you to vote your pocketbook. That's what we're saying. But how do you expect all of this stuff to change when we don't want to change? 30-year politicians, that's an oxymoron in a democratic society. a professional politician.
They'll give a motherfucker 30 office that don't do jack shit for them. But you won't give Gary Monroe 4 years, and I've been busting my ass for 9. But you'll give somebody 30 office that ain't did a motherfucking thing for you. Can't show me nothing that they done did for the hood. But you'll leave motherfuckers in office forever. And I just don't get it.
Well, in the words of Dimitri K, we're just going to go ahead and, have our chucks and pearls, and we're going to go ahead and get our Hennessy, and we're going to do our little thing, take our little stimmy, until the next tragedy. Until, you know what? I'm going to tell you guys, I'm tired of doing shows on Black people being murdered. It is getting to a point to where it's normal. It's normal now. I don't know why anybody's surprised. It's normal. If we do not start doing for ourselves, and ladies, yes, the father should be there, and I know you guys are doing the best you can, but some of y'all ain't doing the best you can. Because it seems to me, when a person gets murdered, it is another way to get a bag.
Well, let me ask you, what is new Black media to something like what has went on with Daynte Wright? Because regular mainstream media wasn't even on this shit, man. They want to be on it. How important is new Black media to this?
I'm going to tell you how important new Black media is. When this story initially broke and they were trying to figure it out, the War Zone, Jerry Wayne Monroe, 5-star, I was here in California. He was already on the ground live recording what they did. Because you got to remember, the mainstream media is only owned by 6 major families that are white. So they're going to chop it up and edit it and do what they have to do. We were getting the real story. And I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, no, the mainstream media did cover it. Do you know it was about 2.5 hours after Jerry actually broadcasted by the time they got to the story? And you didn't get the whole story. So it is that important because we're covering stories that nobody else is covering. And when it comes to the war zone and it comes to any army, what army do you know sends its generals to the front lines?
And I had somebody call me. They had put their cash app on their video. They was streaming too. And they're like, man, I'm getting flack for that. Flack these nuts, man. You know how much? I said, man, you know how much it costs me to be here? Man, I'm finna be here after today, which I got a call today. I'm gonna be here a total of 3 months. 3 months at $6,000 a pop.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you that. I was going to ask you that with this new killing of this young Black man, are you going to be extending your stay there? I mean,
I'm here until June, bro. Easily, I'm here until June. But I got to come in and for a doctor's appointment. I found Sunday, matter of fact, for a doctor's appointment Monday. And then in May, I got to go have, this last procedure for these kidney stones. So, I got to, and it's a day, a day surgery. So I get in same day and get out. And I'm going to rest a couple of days and I'm back on the flight back down here. You see what I'm saying? So the thing is anybody that's in new Black media, man, please post your cash app when you're doing it. Because we are broadcasting what the regular mainstream media ain't broadcasting. I'm sorry. And guess what? I appreciate every last one of y'all that donate anything while I'm on the ground, man. I appreciate it, man. That shit to help you get a hot meal. It helps you get gas in the car. You see what I'm saying? It's close to where I'm staying, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate it. Well, I tell you what, man, go and give your final thoughts because I'm gonna get out of here and start broadcasting so we can get the real to the people.
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, guys, thank you guys so much. Please excuse the broadcast. They are sending signal interrupters because they don't want the real story to get out. They don't want you Negroes out here knowing the truth and doing what you're going to do anyway. So big ups to Jerry Wayne Monroe. Happy birthday to Demetra K. She should be back tomorrow. But hey, hit that Cash App, because it does take resources to give you guys what we give you guys in information. And like they always say, if you don't have the information, you don't have the power.
I'm gonna end it with this here, man. Say happy birthday to Demetra once again, and I'm gonna challenge Al. Al, I think you should give my girl a lap dance for her birthday, homie. I think you ought to give her a lap dance for her birthday. Put you on a muscle shirt. I don't know if you got muscles, but put you on a muscle shirt and get you some of them long thermal draws from Walmart and just go to work on it, pimp. Just go to work and put a song on and just give her the lap dance of the century. But I'm here. I'm finna get out there in the field, man. Broadcast live, y'all. And just know you getting it straight from the ground, bruh. I'm not around the corner. I'm in the middle of it. And we're gonna see what it do tonight. Until tomorrow, my good friends, we'll holler at y'all.